Welcome to Midday. Happy Friday, Carla.
Yay, it's Friday.
Yes,
Yay.
the weekend is coming. We're visiting first with Carla Pierce. There's never a shortage of energy in the room when Carla is with us.
Thank you. I love painting. I love being here, so it's a great combination.
And art takes enthusiasm and passion.
Yeah.
And you've got that in spades. We love it.
Yay.
So we were talking a little bit earlier. You have opened a new studio, which is incredibly exciting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so this would not have happened without the gracious help of the North Shore Business Improvement Association,
who do so many good things for our community.
They really do, and I got to know some of the people there this summer, and we set up this new space. It is we're calling it the Hub. It is the Kamloops Artisan Community Hub, and within that space, there's an artisan gallery. There's the artisan market administration. That would be me, and then there's my studio as well, where I'm doing art classes and lots of painting.
It's kind of a come and go environment as well.
It is. And then the North Shore Business Association is upstairs. So this is all happening at Wilson House, which is 115 Tranquil.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's where you can find you guys.
Yes.
So you do lessons. Do you do group lessons or individual?
Well, I'm doing group lessons, but it's a small space. It's less than half the size of my previous gallery. So
a nice intimate environment.
Very intimate. I can do 5 people at once.
Okay, so that's kind of fun. You can grab another couple.
Yes.
That's a fun Christmas idea too, actually.
Absolutely.
To do a Christmas painting session together.
Yes. I have a Christmas themed one tomorrow.
Awesome.
So, and I still have spots in it, but we can get to that later, right? So what I do is I walk through a painting, and it's painting from photographs, so we have an image, very much like what I do here, and then I take it through with the students.
Excellent. So kind of guided painting.
Guided painting's a good way to put it, because they're not painting what I'm painting necessarily, but we're interpreting, and I always encourage everybody to understand that.
Which is always so fun to see how everyone's interpretation comes out differently from the same thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, which brings us here.
Yay!
What are we making today? I see we have our first installment.
Yes, so this is a triptych. So I'm going to do the middle painting today, and then next time I come, we'll do the third one.
Okay, so we kind of get to watch it unfold as we go.
Yes. So I've made little marks here, and when you're working on a triptych, one of the big things is that it connects. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Oh, she's already put 2 little.
Yeah, it needs to connect visually from this spot to this spot. So it'd look funny if the landscape was off, even by that much. It doesn't work.
Even just from wallpapering, I know that.
Oh, yeah, right, eh? Yeah.
Same principle.
Yeah, exactly the same. Or laying tiles or anything. You have to have them line up. So that's really important with the triptych. And also when I do this one, the reason why they're married like this is so that I'm going to go back into the first one. So this one that I do is going to end up being painted a little bit. Yeah, work it all. And then the third one, I go back into all 3. I'll probably have a couple of easels set up for the next time round. It just take up all the space in here.
That's okay. That's what a studio is for, right? We might as well use it all. And I think I really am enjoying the texture in this as well. Yeah. This really speaks to me.
Okay, I'll leave this alone just for you.
Oh, thank you. That's my own little area. Okay.
It's actually pretty rich, and it is when you get it really thick like that. That's impasto. That's when I'm like painting with knives. But you can get that with a brush too. Just load it up and put it on. It's like painting with butter. It's so much fun.
Okay, well, you go ahead and get started. And while you do that, we also have some pictures, I believe, from an event from last night.
Yes, so it was a tree lighting last night at the Hub and the North Shore Business Association. I mean, that was their party, and it was so much fun. Yes, me and the girls, you know, hanging out. And Jennifer, she's working upstairs with the North Shore. Yes, and that's a view from the stairs. It just gives you a feel of the space and some of the artwork in there. It was a party. It was an awesome party. We had a few important people show up, hanging out, having fun, and it was a blast. I tinseled everybody. I had a big ball of tinsel, and I went.
Oh, you mean like you literally tinseled everyone?
I literally tinseled everyone.
Well, that's what you get when you party with an artist, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. It was a blast, though, and I recommend doing it again. I ate way too much sugar. I have a little bit of a sugar hangover.
Such a thing?
Well, I did. I ate too much, and I had a sugar hangover this morning. I'm like, oh, maybe that was one too many chocolate pieces. I don't know.
I believe that sugar is one of the main food groups.
Is it one of the
Yeah.
main food groups? Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that one.
Okay.
Especially around Christmas time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you see, I'm just kind of blocking
Yeah.
in the land right off the get-go, just so that I can see that it's continuing across. Already it starts to feel like there's a connection, and we're creating the illusion that this is all basically one painting. And then I'm just going to pull in some of the, see, I'm going right across into it. Some of the other colors.
So that it's totally cohesive there.
Drip action. Drips are okay.
That's okay. Fix it
yeah,
up.
drips happen. Yeah, so then we just pop in and try to be careful with keeping things working the same way, coming across.
Just so you have some really fluid motion.
Yes.
So when people paint with you, this is kind of what they're doing. You're talking them through as you're doing it.
Exactly. And I do paint quite a lot slower with the art classes. I stop and I let everybody catch up. And so it is a fault of mine. I do admit it. Sometimes I'll get a yell from the room and sorry, going too fast.
I do that in conversations, so I understand. Carla's going to keep painting here for us so we can kind of watch it unfold as we walk through the rest of the show. Enjoy painting, and we'll come back and visit with you in a little bit.
All right, sounds good.
We'll be back with more Midday in just a moment. This live Skycam shot overlooking North Kamloops. We talked about that ridge of high pressure. It's really holding steady and expected to stay for a while. It's quite strong. So what we've seen in the last couple of days is what will persist into this next week. We'll have more weather in just a moment, but we're going to check in with Carla first, who is painting away on set while we were cooking. How's it going, Carla?
It is going awesome. I'm having a good time here
Yeah.
painting away, and we're connecting the two paintings together.
We were looking before. You actually have pictures that you're working off of.
Yes.
And we have those. So this is the first one from your first painting, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
You got it.
So again, people can see the difference in interpretation as you work. And then, of course, this is what you're working on right now, connecting them.
That's right. And I'm just popping in some yellow here to brighten it up. Number 3 is really bright.
Okay, and we'll get to see how they all work together. Thanks so much, Carla.
My pleasure.
Keep painting. We're looking forward to seeing how it turns out at the end of the show. We're back painting with Carla Pierce. Of course, we checked in a couple times throughout the show, but look at this magic that's happened.
It is happening.
While we've been shopping at Surplus Herbie's, Carla's been working away here, making something beautiful.
Some really cool ideas Surplus has.
Yeah,
like,
right?
I never even would have thought of that. It's like,
sometimes you can even find canvases there.
yeah, I know. Very nice.
So tell us a little bit. You're working away on the bottom here on the trees, adding some tree character.
A little bit here and there, and then this is a quick how to paint a tree. So you get the dark stuff in first, and then you go for kind of a green, and then you just lay the green
layer it on top.
So what happens with that is that you're actually painting the back part of the tree before you paint the front part of the tree. It's kind of funny, and we're always looking for that illusion of three-dimensional space on
and
a
working
two-dimensional
from dark
object.
to light as you are there.
And watercolor is the exact opposite, by the way. So it's a real, like when I do watercolors, it's a real mind.
Yeah, you have to kind of flip your mind inside out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Change the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. You also brought with you a video that we're going to take a little peek at. Tell us a little bit about what's happening in this video.
It's the evolution of a painting. So, and there's 3 of us painting, and this is where we start right here. And that's the sketching part where we sketch it all in. And there's 3 different artists doing this. So as we go through the painting, you see there's the blue background. We filled that in. Boom, there's the hedge.
It's always amazing once it takes that turn. Something else.
Okay, so there's the hedge there. This is a winter painting of some berries. And we work through the background initially, and you can see everybody's approach to the hedge is very different. And then we're getting in the snow now, putting in the foreground with the snow, and boom, there's branches,
Just
right?
like that.
Look, snow on the branches.
And suddenly it's something totally different.
Exactly. Oh, there's berries on them now. Look at that. And it just evolves just like that. Once you get it done, a little bit of snow on top of that, and then we've got a finished painting. And these classes, they take 2 hours out of your day. I supply everything. I supply the paints, brushes, aprons, all of it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really, really
Carefree
fun.
painting, right?
And you do your own painting that you can take home for
Yeah.
$40.
Yeah.
Like that's good,
And on
right?
top of that, it's just good for us to do art. It's good for us to create.
Yeah.
It's good for us to take time away from, you know, screens and devices and all those things and make something, create something.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is. It's very good for the soul. You know, you feel happy and better when you leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's a skill building class as well. So these aren't one-offs. If you keep coming,
Right.
you learn different things and different techniques.
Yeah.
And I've always believed in learning by doing. You remember it
Hands-on
better.
learning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Color theory and doing the books, certain people like that,
Right.
but mostly...
And those are good building blocks.
Yes.
But eventually we have to do.
We have to do, and that's where you learn the most, is when you're working on the paintings.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think we have a couple more pictures too that you brought with us.
Tomorrow, I've got 2 classes. That's the afternoon class.
And this is beautiful.
A little
This is
bit of a
lovely.
winter theme there. Okay, I'm not bird, like I haven't done a lot of birds, so this is very exciting for me. It was a request from one of my students, so we're gonna do that nice winter one.
It's a beautiful one.
And for those that are really done with the cold, there's some nice, you know,
Okay, somebody
bright
needs
flowers.
to feel some spring or some summer in their life.
That's it. That's the morning class.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to paint it. We're going to interpret it. We're going to make it absolutely fantastic and
so
your own.
For people who want to participate, where do they call you or get more information to sign up?
All right, carlapierce.com. You can go there and register. That's it. There's a little area. You just fill out your name, send it to me, and I'll get a hold of you.
Great. So if you want to make something beautiful or give the gift of making something beautiful, contact Carla and you too can be a painter. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
work. We always love seeing what you
It's
make.
fun, yeah.
We'll be back in just a moment with more Midday.